It is 9:55 a.m. Eastern on February 17th, and you are looking at a live view of the Falcon 9 as it awaits its targeted 10:05 a.m. Eastern Time launch from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. Happy Monday from SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. My name is Lauren Lyons, and I'm an engineer on the StarLink team here at SpaceX, and welcome to our live webcast of our 5th StarLink mission. Today's mission will be the 4th flight of the booster that you see on your screen. Most recently, it flew back on December 16th, which represents our quickest booster turnaround to date.
The stack of 60 satellites is safely enclosed inside of the 17-foot diameter payload fairing, and there you can see on your screen is the flat stacked satellites. There is the fairing at the top of the vehicle, that pointed enclosure there. And once we reach the vacuum of space, we will deploy the fairing as the second stage continues on its way to its final orbit.
SpaceX successfully landed its first booster back in December 2015 after a long series of attempts with various endings, some more spectacular than others. And if we land today's booster, it will mark our 50th successful landing. It's really crazy to think just how much has changed in only 5 years. Our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, is currently stationed 350 miles off the coast of Florida, waiting for what will be the 4th landing of this booster.
Falcon 9, startup.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Power and telemetry nominal.
It is T plus 47 seconds, and we have just had liftoff of our Falcon 9 vehicle, taking our Starlink payload to its targeted orbit. In about 15 seconds or so, we will be passing through max Q. Max Q is the maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will see throughout its
Falcon 9
ascent.
supersonic.
You should hear that call out in about 5 seconds or so.
Falcon 9 is experiencing maximum aerodynamic pressure.
And there's that call out for max Q. Coming up next in about a minute will be 3 events happening in rapid succession. The first of which will be MECO, or main engine cutoff, followed immediately by stage separation, and this is where the first stage separates from the second stage.
MECO. Stage separation confirmed.
And there we've just had MECO, main engine cutoff, and stage separation.
And recognition.
And second engine start 1 on your right screen. That engine is starting up and should be turning bright red shortly here. There it is. Now coming up in about 5 seconds, we will have fairing deploy. Should also be able to see this on your screen.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And there is fairing deploy. Now both fairing halves are making their way back to Earth. Let's hope that we can catch both of them today on Miss Tree and Miss Chief.
Stage 1 FTS is safed.
Stage 1 entry burn is started.
And as you can see, that entry burn has begun.
Fairing vessels have AOS. Landing legs have deployed.
Impact shutdown.
Cape LOS expected.
And we have a good
Nominal orbital
orbit.
insertion of stage 2.
All right, now stage 2 is going to coast in this orbit for a few minutes, and during this time it'll start to spin along its central axis, which gives the Starlink satellites the momentum that they need to space themselves out over time after they deploy.
We should be coming up on that deployment of the StarLink satellites in just a few moments here, in about 15 seconds or so. And we should be able to see that live. What you're looking at is those flat packed satellites right there on your screen. So our payload should be deploying shortly here. And there it goes. Another round of satellites out in space. So with that, that brings our webcast to a close. We had an on-time liftoff this morning, a good stage separation. First stage made its way back to Earth. Unfortunately, we did not land the first stage on our drone ship, but it did make a soft landing on the water right next to the drone ship, so it does look like it might be in one piece. Again, that is our secondary mission, so we will try again next time. Our primary mission is now complete. Our StarLink satellites are in their targeted orbit and will be making their way to their final orbit using their onboard thrusters. So thank you to the 45th Space Wing for range safety and the FAA for licensing today's launch, as well as the FCC.
We'd also like to thank you guys, all of our viewers, for tuning in. You can follow our website and social media platform for updates on Stage 1. You can also follow for updates on the fairing catches and our next missions and milestones. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.